Oh no! Stupid dog! Toon Jam! Toon Jam! Hello and welcome once again to Toon Jam. I am Matt.
And I am Jamin.
And today we are talking about Courage the Cowardly Dog, Cartoon Network series, created by John R. Dilworth. It was the 8th of the cartoons. Little bit of trivia for you about before I go on, it's listed as a horror comedy.
Is it?
With surreal humour about a dog and his two owners who live in a place called Nowhere, which is just full of a lot of horrible things.
Yeah.
The pilot was first aired in '96 on the show they used, Cartoons.
Yeah.
Was it that or What a Cartoon?
What a Cartoon, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
On that, they aired it. It was called The Chicken from Outer Space, and it was actually nominated for an Academy Award.
Really?
Yeah, but lost to Wallace and Gromit's Close Shave. So there you go. I mean, it's pretty good, to be fair.
Nominated.
Yeah,
That's
nominated, so good, and Wallace and Gromit.
Oscar nominated.
I know, it's pretty crazy. I think that's a first.
Yeah.
For the stuff we've covered, at least. First premiered on November the 12th, 1999, and ended on November 22nd, 2002, with 4 seasons of 13 episodes each produced. And there you go. So, bit of Courage info there. Who knew?
I know.
Oscar
I
nominated.
definitely didn't know that.
That's not the episode we've covered.
No, so...
But we are doing season 1, episode 11, Heads of Beef.
Yes.
So let's, before we go into that, let's talk about our memories.
Yes.
So, your memories
of
Courage.
Yeah, well, I do... I enjoyed Courage when I was younger because I was quite into the spooky stuff.
Yes. Well, it was we've talked about it before, very prominent when we were younger.
Yeah.
The 90s were full of spooky cartoons and spooky shows. Goosebumps.
And goblins. Spooky times.
Spooky times.
That was our bread and butter.
Yeah.
As you say.
Where are they now?
What happened?
Bring back the spook. We keep saying it.
That's it.
We keep saying it. No one's listening at all.
But yeah, the spooks.
Yeah, the spooks.
This had many of the spooks.
This was a good example of the spooks.
Yeah, it was quite creepy.
Yeah.
So I think from that aspect, it was quite different from the other shows, which are very bright and colourful.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it was cool when it came on because it was like it gave you that nice.
And it was
mix.
different from the other spooky shows as well.
Yeah,
because it was not, even though it was just a spooky show.
Yeah.
It was a bit more like someone had taken one of the Cartoon Network cartoons and those kind of, and it was the first one of them that had a spooky element to it, rather than just pure spooky stories.
That's it. So it was definitely different, like from the art style to the actual content. Like it looked quite drastically different from the other stuff on. So yeah, I remember watching a lot of it, being like, "Oh,
yeah." I used to really enjoy it because it was spooky and it was funny as well.
Yeah,
Eustace is the most horrible man in existence, and Muriel's like the most lovely woman. It just always, but he was also hilarious as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I used to watch this with my brother a lot. Both used to enjoy it very much, and it was always. I mean, it was actually a bit weird. Like I remember very well.
Yeah.
This episode, particular. I don't really know why, but I just remember it being particularly weird.
Yeah,
there's always something about. Spoiler alert: when food's involved.
Yeah.
And the possibility that food. Like people are being turned into food. Yeah. That's always a bit like the cannibal.
Yeah.
Horror story.
Taboo.
Yeah,
So
it's
taboo.
like But yeah, I do. Yeah, I have fond memories of Courage.
Yeah.
He was a cool little character.
He was, yeah.
But yeah, shall we? On that note, shall we head into our playthrough?
Rewind. Playthrough.
Well, with a lot of the Courage episodes, like the main sort of plot of the story is usually quite simple, but it all just kind of goes horribly wrong for him.
Yeah.
Because he's just afraid of pretty much everything.
Yeah. Because they're only short, aren't they? Like
Yeah.
10-minute episodes.
Yeah, it's only a little one.
Yeah.
So in this episode, we start at their house, like which usually is like where we open, and Muriel's not feeling too well, and Courage is trying to look after her, and Eustace wants his dinner, but Muriel's like
such a knobhead.
Muriel's clearly like
You got
can't get up off the sofa.
like a water bottle thing on her head or an ice pack or something.
Yeah.
Like, and she's got a thermometer in her mouth. The whole blanket over her. She's dead ill.
She is not like she's not
like, well, where's my
faking
dinner?
it. Yeah, he just is demanding his dinner.
Yeah.
And so he decides, well, if she's not going to make it, I'm going to go out and get something.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, get me she's a
Get
scone.
me a scone.
She's got a scone. But Courage, she sends Courage to go with him because not only is he is he flipping horrible, but he's useless as well. He usually forgets her stuff when she sends him. So Courage is going to make sure.
It's always he never gets to stay with Muriel.
No.
Like, his life would be.
So
and as soon as he leaves her, that's when it starts falling apart. Everything.
And so, like, they're in the car together, and they're driving up to, further into town.
Yeah.
And they drive past the scone place, and Courage is giving him some barks and trying to indicate like we're meant to go get scones from Muriel, but Eustace, being Eustace, is like, I'm gonna get me a burger. It's like burger first. So he sees a sign for a burger shack and pulls in at this burger place where behind the counter there's a giant pig in an apron
with some French name.
Yeah, he keeps calling himself Jean Bon.
Jean Bon. He could ham into him. Yeah. Chef Jean Bon.
He just keeps saying his name over again. He's like, I'm not French, but I just like the way it sounds.
Jean Bon.
Jean Bon.
And there's some weird guy next to him, like super pink-faced guy, like with a moustache that's like, I don't feel so good.
Yeah.
He's just finished his dinner.
And he heads off to the bathroom while Eustace is orders the biggest burger they've got, biggest, juiciest burger, and Courage gets the smallest one.
Yeah, he says, get him a little one.
Yeah.
The smallest one you've got.
It's just like, there's nothing nice about him at all. And so the pig's, Courage is like, as usual, quite scared anyway, but the pig keeps giving him some weird shifty eyes.
Yeah, well, he's like, and he's wondering where that guy's gone.
Yeah, so the guy's been gone for quite a while, and then the pig comes and takes his his belongings.
Like, Courage sees him, and he's like the classic like, you see me, see him.
Yeah,
like didn't eyes lock. Like, oh no.
And it's like, and he's like, I'll just hold them for him for a while till he comes back.
And he's just so shifty.
Yeah, he's really creepy, the pig. And so Courage is a little scared. So he decides to investigate the little bathroom area that the guy's gone down, and he sort of falls down the stairs almost.
Yeah.
And he hears the pig in the back with his wife, and they're chatting about. The pig's basically telling them that, we've got some new customers in, and you'll be really interested in.
Well, before this, he's had his burger, hasn't he?
Oh,
and
yeah.
When he takes the bun off, it's just the guy's face in the patty.
With the moustache and everything.
Yeah.
It looks so clear to him, but then when he shows it to Eustace, he's like, it just looks like a burger.
Looks like, yeah.
So he goes down to the back, and we just see the shadows, don't we? Of the pigs. And
spooky shadows.
Yeah,
like,
and there's
looming.
So basically, his wife sounds very overexcited and eager to meet these.
She really wants to, and she really wants to see the little dog.
Yeah. So
she's not had dog in ages. That's
exactly.
What she says.
Yeah. And so we basically, like, Courage is convinced that something dodgy's going on.
Yeah.
He goes back up and tries to warn Eustace, who's busy tucking into Courage's burger by this point. he's not happy, and then he ends up going back down the stairs, doesn't he? Like
well, at this point, the chefs come back up.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, my wife wants to see you." And he starts like,
he starts
slowly
walking towards
chasing.
And so Courage runs
about
back into the downstairs area, and then they end up doing a little circle run around.
There's got to be a good 3 minutes of just that chase sort of
and
thing.
Courage just screaming, which he does for a long time, just yelping in fear, and then basically the pig. He manages to knock the pig out by pulling an ironing board from the side, and then the wife turns up, and she's ready to grab him basically, and then
he gets out, doesn't he?
Yeah,
he goes upstairs.
He legs it, runs through the little cat flap in the door, and tries to run all the way home.
Yeah.
And then we see Eustace in the back.
Yeah, it cuts. So it's like a silhouette.
Yeah, he's
of his head on a plate.
Yeah, and it's like, oh no.
What's happened?
But then we also see Eustace with the knife and fork in his hand, and it turns out that they just craft meat-like versions of all their customers.
Yeah.
And the guy with the moustache is back there as well.
Yeah.
Like, it's very good.
Really appreciating that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that's the end.
That's the end. Yeah.
Toon Jam. Toon Jam. Okay, so
that's how it went down.
So, your thoughts?
Yes. Well, it was a good episode. It's a good pick. And it's a
good example of courage, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. Yeah. It's Eustace is horrible.
So
Muriel needs saving essentially.
Yeah.
Like in one way or another. And Courage is basically terrified of everything that happens along the way.
Yeah.
So that's it's a classic episode, really.
I mean, I think one of the best things about Courage is that it's so unique.
Yeah.
I can't think of a single show. I mean, obviously there's things that are similar in storyline with monsters and spooky stuff and all that, but there's nothing that really looks like it.
No.
Like it's such a weird, surreal.
Yeah, everything. Yeah,
everywhere.
Yeah,
like the place they live is just all mud.
Yeah,
like everything's mud.
As far as you can see.
Yeah, it's like nothing.
It's like
anywhere.
they live on a planet, isn't it? Like, and like it's just a tiny little planet.
Yeah,
you can see like the curvature of the Earth almost.
Yeah.
Like, and so everything just seems like it's far away from everything.
Yeah.
When they're driving into town, it's like there's just one place and then nothing, and then
there's only where they're going.
Yeah, there's only ever one destination,
the
visible at any time.
Yeah,
and it's just kind of like the lighting as well, like the way it's sort of lit. So it's got those like it's got those gradients on it that make it kind of look like a bit more intense and like a bit more sort of realistic. So there's certain things that look kind of like a bit like creepily real, and then the other stuff, like the characters and stuff, are just like normally sort of flat animated look. Yeah. And so you've got this kind of like weird mix of like that kind of looks weird over there, and then this kind of looks, and everything's got that. I think that's what helps it look surreal, because like in surreal paintings and stuff, you've got that odd lighting situation sort of, where you're like, I don't know where the light's coming from.
Yeah.
And it sort of makes it look a bit very like bizarre.
Strange. It is like it sort of almost just looks wrong.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. You can't quite pick up on it, but it's just like that's not, something's not right. Yeah.
But I've never seen it in another. There's maybe like there's an episode, a Looney Tunes episode where it's all Dali inspired. Yeah. That's the only thing I think that looks anything like that. Yeah, but it's so weird. It's so unique. Yeah. Like for a cartoon as well, especially. Yeah. And it's a mainstream cartoon as well, isn't it? That's what's so
and I think like
cool about it.
It is really creepy. Like if you're not into scary stuff, like the actual premise is just like, oh man, like he's actually in danger. like he's terrified.
Like horrible people. Yeah, that only he seems to see. Yeah, but this actually ties into there's like a theory that surrounds Courage the Cowardly Dog. Yeah, in that actually everything that happens is in his head. Right. So if you look at it, like the fact that everywhere is sparse.
Yeah.
Is to do the fact it all surrounds the fact with him being a dog.
Yeah.
The whole theory goes around that. So he doesn't go out that often because his parents are elderly, so he doesn't get walked often.
Yeah.
And that's why everywhere looks empty, because he only sees out. That's all he knows of what the world is.
Yeah.
When he goes somewhere, it is
Just
only that place because that's all he can see of it.
Mm.
No one's ever bothered by it except for him.
Yeah.
Whenever he leaves Muriel, that's when bad stuff really starts happening.
Yeah.
Unless Muriel's in danger.
Yeah.
Because he's obviously scared of
Her
Eustace and not of. And then every time Eustace gets really angry, he brings out that massive green mask.
Yeah.
But that's supposed to be just in his head, the way he sees him when he's really angry, because he's terrified of him. The fact that at the end of every episode it seems to actually be fine. And there's clues like in the intro where in Courage's head he sees things differently.
Yeah.
So he will see normal people as monsters if he's scared of them, and stuff like that. There's loads. So it's
really
worth
cool.
looking up, because there's loads of clues and hints that it's actually all in Courage's head.
Oh, that's a really cool.
Yeah. And it makes sense when you really
does,
think about it, and it's clever because a dog is very much like that.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Like we've got no way of sort of understanding how they actually see the world, sort of thing. So that could be how it works. Yeah. And I think that's what's cool about a lot of the sort of horror in it, in the fact that like when it gets to the end, a lot of the time it's like, oh, it didn't,
it's just something normal.
Yeah, it didn't mean anything. Like, and so like you've got that. You always have that sort of fear element in there, but then it's kind of eased off by the end. It's like, oh, it's
like, oh,
it's okay. So
but and it was like genuinely like Jean Bon, like chasing him about, and the fact that he's a pig, stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's weird. Like, why is he a pig?
Yeah.
Why does Eustace not think anything of it?
That's it. Maybe he was just a large man and he saw him as a pig.
Because he just eating and stuff.
Yeah.
So, it is that. Well, I thought that was pretty cool.
It's a cool idea. Yeah. Not a lot of stuff's got like a sort of richer theory behind it.
No, yeah.
Kind of
it's always good when you find one. But I mean, other than that, even with or without that, it's still really, really good anyway.
Yeah.
It's still a really interesting show.
Yeah.
I do love Eustace.
Yeah.
As much as he's the most horrible person in existence, just everything he does, constantly, it's like stupid dog. And he just hates him. He hates Courage so much.
Yeah, he really does.
He really
the same
does.
that he's like trying to help him all the time.
Yeah.
It's just like he hates the dog.
Yeah. He's like, obviously, Muriel wanted the dog.
Yeah.
He didn't want the dog. And he's just, and it is a really, actually a horrible relationship that he has with his wife. Poor Muriel.
I know. She's so nice.
Stuck with this horrible old man with like no teeth.
Bitter and
that's something I like, that the teeth in the show are always it does do something with him. Like he's pure gums.
Yeah.
Courage's teeth, he's only got like, what are the front teeth called that we've got?
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember.
Just
the rounded teeth.
Yeah.
Sorry, dental guys.
So the dentist just screaming.
Incisors maybe, or molars are your back ones, aren't they?
I don't know. Yeah, maybe incisors,
something like that.
But
he's got all of them anyway.
Yeah.
Just people's teeth, no canine teeth whatsoever.
Yeah.
One's always got a hole in it. Just a very spherical hole, always. And he just shouts like a man as well.
Yeah.
He's always screaming.
Yeah, for like a long time as well.
Yeah.
Like,
and then it just cut away, won't it? Like he doesn't finish. But yeah, I think.
I think that helps as well. Like just how afraid Courage is. Like really amplifies like the amount of sort of like the fear aspect of what's going on, because it's just like he is just absolutely like terrified of everything. To the point where he just screams and runs away
of everything.
And it's like, if that wasn't there, if they were acting normal, like maybe it wouldn't seem as weird, but like Courage is definitely a vital part of like how weird things get, because it's like, oh man,
because it is like his safety you're concerned for.
That's it.
And Muriel's like they're the only people that you're like, oh
and it's like, if you kind of tune into the fact that like, oh, maybe something is wrong, because Courage is so scared, and it's like, But if Courage thinks
Yeah.
it's bad, then maybe it is bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's like,
Well,
how are
you're
they not
I
aware?
mean, now looking with that theory, it all makes sense. But,
Yeah.
but that theory, they don't tell you that when you
No.
watch it. So especially as a kid, you
Yeah.
just watch it and think this is a weird place.
Yeah,
That's it. You're with Courage on everything.
yeah, that's it.
And it is like, oh no, oh, what's going on? And then like you are sure he's using people as
Yeah.
beef.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like the face.
The face and the
face.
Which is
Because he even references it, doesn't he? He says
Yeah.
something like, I can't remember what he said. Something about seeing faces in burgers,
Yeah,
and it's dead menacing.
yeah,
But yeah, you do completely buy into it.
yeah,
So, shall we hit our rating?
yeah.
Okay, so at Toon Jam we have a absolutely impeccably flawless rating system.
Mhm.
Thumbs up. That's a good head of beef. Thumbs down. Stupid dog.
Yeah,
You made me look bad.
yeah,
Shaky middle. Not sure.
yeah.
So good, bad, on the fence. Where do you sit on Courage, the Cowardly Dog, Heads of Beef?
Well, for me, it had the spooks, and I like the spooks.
Spooky time.
The spooks. I do really enjoy the environment of it all.
Yeah.
From the exteriors that are just like this creepy looking wasteland of a planet.
Yeah.
To when they go inside, and like in this one, they're in that sort of a very retro looking diner.
Yeah.
And like it looks like eerily
It
bright
is,
in
it's
there.
very it's got sort of because it has like black and white TVs
Yeah.
and that sort of spooky Roswell era
Yeah.
America sort
Yeah.
of.
Yeah, it's got that like it's trapped
Even though
in a
it's-
certain time.
Yeah, but I remember there's one episode where they get a computer
yeah,
and stuff
and
like
it's a
that. So
proper-
it is still modern
yeah,
day. It's
but,
very
but
yeah.
it's still it's kind of time locked. In a
Yeah.
way. Yeah, and yeah. I really like that about it.
Yeah.
And obviously, I like the way that the story is basically like something spooky's afoot,
Yeah.
but you're never quite sure. Like you're like, oh, is that actually
Yeah.
going on? But then through Courage's perspective, it's really horrifying.
Yeah.
And you've got these characters that like you really enjoy, regardless of their
Yeah.
whether you like them or not. And even the guest characters, like Jean Bon was hilarious.
Jean Bon, yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it was a proper good
Yeah.
ensemble of
Yeah.
of characters. But it's just I mean, Muriel wasn't really in this episode much.
No.
But the bit she was in, just
Yeah.
the fact that she asked for a, oh, I just went to school. I don't know why she's a little Scottish old lady.
yeah,
But
it's
that was funny. Eustace, amazing.
Yeah.
Courage is very lovable, despite the fact that all he does is whimper.
yeah,
Don't really understand why he's so likable, but he is.
No,
you
yeah.
just like him.
yeah. There's something.
I think it
righteous
helps
about
that
him.
he's pink.
Yeah,
He's
it
a little
does,
pink
yeah.
dog, and you're just like, oh
Ah,
yeah,
yeah, he's pretty cool. So
yeah. And he tries to do the right thing, doesn't he? He's
yeah,
just-
exactly. Yeah, he's got
Despite
that.
being terrified, he's trying to help everyone.
He
all
is
the
always
time.
trying to help. I
Yeah.
think that's what kind of makes him like he's like the reluctant hero.
Yeah.
So you can't help but be on his side. So I mean, yeah, for all those reasons, it's a thumbs up from me.
A thumbs up.
Yeah,
I agree with everything you said.
yeah,
I also really like the character designs because again, the art style on this show. There's a lot of we've talked about Cartoon Network cartoons before, and a lot of them being similar, which is
Yeah.
not a problem. But this one does look very different,
Yeah.
a bit like Ed, Edd and Eddie did. This has got its own. I mean, obviously we talked about sort of the world and stuff, but the actual art style, like the characters,
yeah,
all look very unique
Yeah.
as well. So that's really cool. The soundtrack as well
yeah,
was nice and spooky.
yeah,
Just good to have a good spooky cartoon.
yeah.
So I too am a thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Yeah,
We're on a roll.
that's it.
It's all going well. I will say we need more spookies.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
So at home, I want you to recommend the spookiest cartoon.
Oh yeah,
We want to see some spooky cartoons.
that's it. We want to be spooked out.
I want to be spooked out. I don't care that it's not October.
Mm.
I know what you're saying.
Mm.
Don't care. I want to be spooked out right now.
Yeah, all year round.
All year
Spooks
round,
all
it's
year
spooky time.
Yeah,
I'm not someone that celebrates Halloween because every day is Halloween.
Oh,
It's gotta be spooky. But yeah, if you've got any, like, genuinely, we would love to watch some more spookies. So yeah, that was 2 thumbs up.
Yeah, I haven't really got a bad word to say about Courage,
No,
to be honest.
no,
there's nothing that's like, oh, that's
no problem with it.
no.
The only thing I thought I noticed, it didn't really bother me, was how long the sort of chase scene was. It felt
Yeah.
like they were stretching the story out
Yeah.
a bit for the time, but it wasn't a problem because
Yeah.
you were still sort of, there was stuff going on still.
Yeah,
but
I kind of thought that it lasted long into the point that it became comical almost.
Yeah,
because you were
exactly,
just
yeah.
like, this is so stupid, just running around that tiny circle
Yeah,
for ages.
yeah.
As well.
So that's
yeah,
the only thing,
but
but
yeah.
not a problem, not really.
No. Compared to some of the other
Some
stuff.
of the trash we've watched, so it's utter trash.
Yeah. Tragedy.
But yeah, Courage the Cowardly Dog. What do you, I mean? We talk about bringing back the spook, bringing back the courage.
Yeah.
There's a few promising.
Little specks on the horizon.
Yeah. So I don't know if you knew this, but in 2012, a CGI special of Courage the Cowardly Dog was developed.
Really?
And aired in 2014, called The Fog of Courage.
Really?
Yeah, I did not know that.
I did not know this. That might be worth investigating.
Yeah, so maybe we should revisit that at some point.
Yeah.
Because that would be really cool. And then apparently a campaign was launched in 2016 to greenlight a 5th season of Courage.
Oh.
Rumours were abound for that. But then, October of last year, that's recent, and spooky time, obviously.
Yeah.
Apparently, Dilworth was in negotiations with Boomerang, who's a Cartoon Network channel, for a prequel series of Courage the Cowardly Dog called Before Courage.
Oh.
Which seems weird. I mean, a prequel to Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Like, what would that be?
When they're younger or something? Is it just got Muriel and Eustace
Like
as a young couple, or is it before Muriel and Eustace are in
like
it?
maybe he had other owners or something.
Yeah.
And maybe they were the ones that freaked him out.
Maybe. It's hard to say, isn't it?
It's
a weird concept.
Yeah.
Like, it's not anything that you ever thought.
No.
Like, I would have thought it would be exactly the same.
Yeah, because it's just one of those where it's like...
The only difference could be his owners. But that would be a shame to not have them in
those
it.
two, yeah.
Like, Eustace would. But I think the voice actor that did Eustace has died.
Oh, right.
So maybe they didn't want to recast. But it would seem a shame because he's a very good character.
Yeah.
They both are.
Such a weird... Prequels are really in fashion now.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure why, to be honest, but...
It's a strange bit of news, but you know, I'd welcome it with open arms.
I'll allow it.
I'll allow it. For Courage, for a bit of spook back on the TV.
That's it.
Why not?
Get the spooks out.
Okay, well, another good week.
Yeah.
What did you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know on the 3 dooms of the internet. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at ToonJamPod. If you enjoyed the show, please feel free to rate and subscribe.
Yeah.
You know, always helps us out. And we also have a Patreon for those who want a little bit more. We're currently doing a Through the Ages, which has been quite enjoyable.
That's it. And if you want to catch up on the older episodes, head over to YouTube.
Yes.
The older ones are popping up there now.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Keep an eye out on there.
Yeah. However, and otherwise, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
that's it.
Stitcher, whatever you listen to, we're there. So, on that note, we've got that babble out of the way. I just want to say thank you, and until next time, stay spooky and jammy.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening to Toon Jam. And if you want to continue to help us out, you can help us by jumping over to our Patreon page, which is patreon.com/toonjampod. And if you can rate and review us everywhere you listen to your podcasts, so on iTunes or on the Android apps, that'll be a massive help too. Thank you, and stay jammy.